Welcome, everybody, to the Wednesday, midday, Tuesday night USA time call that we have on today for the Ollie Life and Vibe Life opportunity. It is really impressive, and this is only the second time we've done this. So, myself, Rebecca White, I'm down here in South Australia, down in a little old town called Mount Gambier, 25,000 people, and I'm here to share these amazing devices. And if you would like, Stephen and Brenda, do you want to give a quick introduction to yourselves as well? Is that okay?
Go ahead, Brenda.
Okay, my name is Brenda Varela. I am in sunny Florida where it's a bit chilly this time of year, and absolutely am so excited about what this company and these devices are offering to us. Incredible results. So that's a little bit about me. Go take it away, Stephen.
I live in very northern California, almost all the way to Oregon, in the sunniest city in California. I've been doing this sort of healing type stuff for about 30 years. Slightly shocking, makes me feel a little old. And I'm super honored to be partnered up with you two amazing ladies and sharing this stunningly effective technology with people.
Yeah, it's super. It's just
Absolutely.
incredible, really, isn't it?
Yes.
So it is all about frequency. And I think that if you know any of us or you know who's invited you, we're probably all a very similar mindset. We understand the world and we are energy and everything is a frequency. So these frequency devices that we're going to be sharing with you, one of my favorites here, and I've got the other one here as well. We're super excited. And again, I just like to say that if I do start to talk fast, Stephen and Brenda remind me. I get excited. I talk really fast, and sometimes people can't understand me. But let's not do that today, hey? All right. So just to start with, we'll give a quick. Again, this is really short, sharp, guys. Get back to the person that invited you or sent you the replay to get more questions answered, or stick around if you're on the live call to get your questions answered. All right. Quick company profile. So this is a Singapore-based wellness technology company founded in 2022, ranked among the top 15 global MLMs. I didn't know this until recently, so it's really amazing. So it was inspired by the Olympian lifestyle of vitality and longevity, and it really does have a global presence with headquarters in Singapore. And is that Yemen? Is that how you pronounce it? I got that right? Hopefully. Branches in Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia. I think we just got it. Isn't there a branch in USA or just starting in USA? But it is expanding now into that Western market. So it's huge in the Asian market. But it didn't really do what
Comment.
it needed to do, right? And now
Stop.
it is. Oh, can you? Am I hearing you?
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
I'm muting. Got
Sorry,
it.
Stephen. Um, so it is actually now expanding into that Western market. So Australia, New Zealand, Canada, USA, all and Europe, all of us are now able to really understand this and grow the business and share. So it's super exciting. Research labs in Sweden and Germany and shipping to over 152 countries and more probably by now. And again, company milestones. Thanks, Brenda, for updating me on this. This is probably a little bit late, but 83 million monthly revenue and growing. It's probably huge by now because there's over 500 millionaires created in 3 years, 100,000 Galaxy G1 units sold. But I haven't even, I don't know the numbers yet on the shaker devices and the P90s, and that would just be huge. And what I love about it is that you achieve it once and you earn for life milestone model. So, Stephen, do you want to go on for this one and why innovation and why, all of these patterns and everything is really important?
Yes, and that's actually not accurate. They have, I think, over 1,000 patents.
Wow.
Ricky can comment in the comments to that accuracy. So we have patents. We have Chinese patents too, and that's an interesting thing because let's be honest, the Chinese factories don't care about U.S. patents. Like they don't care, right? But you have Chinese patents. Okay, now people aren't copying your stuff. Okay, and so keep in mind there, you do $1 billion in sales. There are a lot of people are going to try and copy you, but they do not have this technology. So you've got the research labs in Sweden. You have the core components, core technologies are made in Europe, and they're, in other words, the products, the devices that make PEMF and terahertz and then they're all assembled in our own factory in China. So there's 167 patents just on P90. By the way, one of the most important things to understand is why is it called the P90? So the owner had ankylosing spondylitis. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Serious pain, serious back issues, very wealthy person. Went to Europe, okay, got life-changing help with PMF, but typically they're very complicated. Only practitioners have them. He's like, okay, this is life-changing, but there's got to be a way to do this less expensively. They tried 89 different things and only worked on the 90th one, right? So they actually spent 3 years developing product before they sold a single one. And does it work? Yes. They did $1 billion in sales in their second year, solely based on the strength of the product to deliver significant, meaningful, perceptible benefits very quickly for people in demonstration. So people go, oh, I think I want one of those myself. Right. So it makes it easy for the average person to do the business when you just have to go, hey, I got this cool device. You want to try it?
Yeah, I love
Everybody
that.
can do that. Right.
Love that. The PEMF technology. Now, Brenda, do you want to maybe
I,
elaborate on this one?
yeah, this excites me because it really is NASA inspired, with that healing energy, and originally developed for astronauts. So we're now gleaning the benefits of that. Safe, low frequency electromagnetic pulses. It recharges your cells. And we know what happens when our cells recharge. It boosts circulation, reduces the pain. And I can attest to that. My first time using the Shaken massager, I get corrected on what that's called a lot by a dear friend of mine. And I was not expecting this, but when I put it on my back, when it was done, I have a history of curvature of the spine and usually some pain, and the pain was gone. So, stiffness and fatigue, it reduces that. It supports the deep wellness and recovery that we are all desiring. So, you don't need to understand the science, you just need to know that it works at a cellular level.
Yeah, I love that too. You don't need to be a
Yeah,
scientist. Yeah.
no, you don't. Mm-mm.
This was one of the first, I believe, one of the first products that you just spoke about, Stephen. So this is the P90, and this technology is what they really started with. And this is like a full body, right?
Correct. So you put your feet on the device. The amount of PEMF through your body is standard, okay? But you turn up the amount of terahertz frequency, and terahertz frequency creates more flow, right? So the more you turn it up, it will feel like your body's heating up. And if you put your hands on the metal plates, they're cold, right? So it's circulation in your body heating up. And terahertz, the way to describe it is it's like the frequency of healthy cells. So the PEMF is reestablishing healthy electrical charge in your cells. The terahertz is increasing flow. So you have um, healthy cells make healthy tissue, make healthy organs, make healthy systems, creates a vibrant, healthy physical body.
I love
So
that. And of course, the next
Yeah.
one, which is the P90 Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one of these getting delivered, I think today, if not tomorrow. I can't wait because we can actually put this together with the Shaken device, and same with the
Yeah.
P90. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm already getting amazing results with my Shaken. To have this with the Shaken and the goggles, and I've got the air purifier, and we're all a little bit geeky here, and we've got to have it all
We
right.
are.
yeah,
But so
Yeah.
I'm also really curious about the beauty part of this because, of course, when you start to get to your mid 40s and later, it's that starts to play into it. So I'm really excited for that as well. The difference between this one and the P90, do you know the difference between that, Stephen or Brenda?
Well, this
I
one
can
has
I
the
can
two
answer that.
devices. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I own this. So the P90 has more settings, so you can turn it up higher, but it has these two devices that you can plug into it. You can use these devices while your feet are on it or separate. The one on the left, we call the Frost Age Beauty device, but it has radio frequency, so you can work on increasing collagen, reducing fine lines as you're using your P90. The one on the right is the massager. We call it the claw. That's a joke. But it has EMS, TENS, and red light therapy. So that's spot treatment for pain and different areas that you want to work on with red light or TENS. And you can, any of those three therapies on the bottom there, you can use them all at the same time or turn them on or off, whichever one you want to use. So amazing combination of things. Well worth the little bit of additional price on the
Mhm.
P90 Plus.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think I've got the popular
Wait, could you
wellness
go
tools.
back, Rebecca,
Yeah,
really quick? Could you
absolutely.
just go back? I just want to add, if you know of any estheticians, this would be an incredible device because of just that one that is used for the face. You can see that little arm there. That is used for the face. It works on the wrinkles. This would be great for an esthetician just so that she can share it with her clients. So I just wanted to
Mm.
throw that in there.
Yeah, that's very good. And so it really, those fine lines around here and everything, I can't wait. I cannot wait to get this in the mail now. The Galaxy
Yeah.
G1, there's a lot of popular wellness tools. Brenda, I'm going to get you to share about the Shaken when that comes up next, all right? Because I know that's your favorite, and it's everyone's favorite at the moment, let's be honest. But the Galaxy G1 goggles, I've been using this with the Shaken, and it forces me to sit down for 20 minutes and actually relax. You can see through it, but it's much better when you just relax and let it go for 20 minutes. I love this. Massaging around here, which of course is connected to the nervous system, forces you to have a nice chill, and it's got the frequencies for your eyes. And of course, some people are really starting to notice great results there. And the air purifier, which I keep in my lounge room and I keep it on 24/7. Love it. Very good ambience. It just feels differently. Have you got yours yet, Stephen? I know you're going to order one now.
Yeah, after hearing how amazing that is, at first I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Reading up on it, listening to Deborah Hicks's results, I'm like, okay, I gotta buy one of these.
Yeah.
None of these are like afterthought, some like Me Too type of product. They're all extraordinary. Bama is an area in China well known for longevity, and there's a huge amount of clinical research on the amount of negative ions in the air and all sorts of health issues, benefits. Okay, so a Franken waterfall will have 100,000 to 500,000 negative ions per cubic centimeter. This device does 200 million per cubic centimeter. So you can really feel the air. It really charges it. This area in China, when they had that SARS viral outbreak, which everyone was freaking everyone out, they did not have one single case in that area of China. Zero. So.
Wow.
Amazing.
And keep in mind, environmental toxicity is typically 5 to 8 times higher in your house than it is outside.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So these are the next two. Brenda, do you want to share about these ones?
Well, the
There's
wand
a
I don't
few.
have yet. I have the Shaken massager, and I can definitely talk to you about that. And it does come with a watch, which I think is really cool. One of the things that I've just recently learned is when you're doing the shaker, take off your Apple Watch and put on the Ollie watch because it will go ahead and give the frequency from there as well. This device, PMF, red light, amazing. My first use, like I told you, I put it on and it was nice. I could feel it going in. I actually felt it going down my legs, which I thought was pretty cool. And then when I put it on my back for 20 minutes, when I was done, the pain was actually gone in my back, which I was not looking for that. I was looking for the belly area, tighten, tone, and bring all that into a really nice form. And I have to say that I have some before and after pictures that I will be sharing eventually. But the difference in just a few sessions is mind blowing. What I want to say about this too with the Shaken massager, for those who are in any type of industry like a hairdresser, a barber, something like that, where you have clients come in and you're already working on them, you can give them an upcharge for this and put it 20 minutes on their belly, 20 minutes on their back, and they're going to walk away feeling amazing. So I can talk about the Shaken massager, but I can't talk about the one because I don't have that one.
Stephen, you can talk about the wand because you've got lots of experience there, right?
Absolutely. I sold wands like this for another company. Um, when I say I sold them, I sold one on one, probably 800, and in our organization, millions of dollars worth of product. And this this one here for $600 is nicer than one I used to sell for $4,500. It not only typically these ones just have terahertz. This one actually has PEMF also. It has a Dyson brushless motor. Why Dyson? Because it's the best and they own it,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
got a digital display. It comes with a stand. If anyone else has one of these other type brand of frequency wands, typically you have to hold it. If you want it on your back, it's like, how am I going to do it on my back? So it has a nice stand with a motor on it that can move. You can program it. And when you turn it off, you'll notice that it sucks air back into the wand, reverses the airflow to cool off the unit, so it'll last longer. So one thing I want to say about all these products, for example, the Galaxy Eye thing, which came out in June, the one I have is the sixth iteration of that already since June. Why? Tweaking, 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 finding what they need to improve to make it last longer. Okay. And they can do that because they have their own factories. Okay. Another company I worked with, the lag time between a problem with the device and getting a different model into the marketplace was very, very long and major quality control issues. Super excited that we're going to have products that are really high quality for people. So awesome, awesome device. Yeah.
Yeah, on the
Awesome.
shake and massager, really quick, just on the shake and massager, there are different settings. So you can do body sculpting, you can do massage, and then there's different what would it like you can do it on number
Levels.
one, number two, or number three. Yeah, different levels. I'm gonna suggest start out on one because again, if you're not familiar with or used to using any of these devices, you can have a little bit of a detox. So start with level one, and then if you're finding like, yeah, this is amazing, go up to number two, and then number three. I just wanted to share
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's really
By
good.
the way, I lost 2 inches from Tuesday evening to Thursday morning with my shaken. And one of the things the watch does, it's actually an Apple Watch from 2023, but you know the watch measures biometrics, then it will talk to your shaken, and it will use AI to decide what programs to do for you. So if you're like, I don't know what program to do, no problem. Put the watch on,
Yeah.
put it in AI mode, and just let it figure it out on its own. So.
Oh,
Oh, and
wow,
the
that's
other
awesome.
thing for me with the shaken is that my visceral fat dropped. That because
Yeah.
I have something that measures that. That to me was like yes, because the visceral fat is around the organs. It's what chokes out your organs, and you want that low. So it did drop. I was really excited.
That's amazing.
How did you measure that, by the way?
I
I
have a
heard you say that.
scale. Yeah, I have a scale
Yeah.
that measures all that, with what's going on in your body.
Very nice.
Wow.
And you
Mhm.
have, I will say this, super proud of you how much you have disciplined you have been working out and eating right before this came along, right?
Yes.
So that's a very
Yes.
important thing to understand. It's like how many people out there are like I'm doing the thing and it's not working, right? Hey, let's leverage that, right?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, this is it's not, you know, I think that's important for people to understand
Yeah.
is like you were doing a lot of stuff already, you know.
I was. And with the shaken, I really, in just a short amount of time, noticed a
Yeah.
huge difference. So yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
It's
It's
incredible.
for all those people who are like, oh, you just need to, you know, have a calorie deficit and then you would be skinny and you just want to throat punch those people because I'm like, okay, you don't understand what I've been doing and it's not working and now all of a
Right.
sudden I need some help here, you know.
It's
So
like a piece of the puzzle that was missing. That's what it was. It was a piece of the
it's
puzzle that was
synergy.
missing.
It's
Yes.
synergy. Yeah. So
Getting
Hmm.
there.
awesome.
Yes. And the other thing that I just to go back into the slide, sorry about this, guys, because we could talk about the shaken for a full 30 minutes. It's just incredible. I love it.
Yeah.
But what we also got excited about when we were looking at this, and Stephen, myself, and Brenda were very much
Yeah.
on straight away, decided to jump in. When we made that decision, one of the things I liked is that they are always innovating. So not only are they getting their devices and making sure they've got better and better, but they're bringing out new devices. And this new device I'm really excited about as well, because I am somebody that has spent probably tens of thousands of dollars on different water devices in my past, and I continue to always get my water filtered. But this water filter is going to be next level. I don't even know all of it. Like it's not even out yet, and I'm so super excited. I did keep this one in here because it does tell you more about it. Did you want to share a bit more on that one, Stephen? Because I know you're pretty good with this one as well.
I love it. So all of these things. For example, the BAMA device mimics the air in an area that appears to have tremendous health benefits. And so this is like an Arctic water where it has reverse osmosis, but it puts minerals back in the water. Okay. And again, the watch that you get with a shaken will talk to your water purifier and tell it what minerals you need. Amazing. So reverse osmosis, it puts hydrogen in the water, it puts minerals in the water, and it structures the water. So the water is wetter and it alkalines it a little bit. Um, there are some very popular alkaline water devices out there, which have a very, I will say, very therapeutic level of alkalinization. But a lot of my super smart naturopathic doctor friends say long term, it's not healthy to do a therapeutic amount of alkalinity, and they're seeing a lot of problems with their patients who've used those devices for long term. This guy has a mild amount that's going to be very beneficial. So,
Wow.
and someone, what we're hearing is it's going to structure it on kind of personalize it to you. So, one thing I want to say, so this is coming out this quarter, okay? There's a couple things to understand is when you have the research facility in Sweden and you have places in Europe that will create your core technology and you can manufacture your own. One of the commitments the company has is to come out with one or two revolutionary devices per year. Okay. One thing to understand, the way the marketplace works is the people in the marketplace with money, what they don't have is they don't have their youth anymore. They're happy to give you their money in exchange for health and vitality. Okay. And what you have to understand with marketing is that when you deliver amazing results to a customer, their response is, that's awesome. What else do you have? Okay. So what you're going to be able to find is that, when we come out with new products once or twice a year, the customers you already have who are already getting life-changing results, super easy sale. They're like, yes, I want it, right? And that is amazing for business. So
Yeah, that's really good. I love that. That's one of the things I was super excited about as well. It is getting started. If you do decide, yeah, I want to get one, you could be a customer, but you can also build this. There's a one-time product purchase. So entry tiers, you can buy a product that's $500, but we recommend $1,000, 2,000, or 6,000 for the compensation plan. And suggested minimum, of course, is at 1,000, but we love there's no monthly auto ship. So we'll briefly go over the compensation overview because a few really key points in this. Join once, earn for life. That's one of my favorite things. Of course, the volume never flushes. What's your favorite things on here, Brenda?
Oh, are you kidding me? The fact that it never flushes. I think that's amazing. And then you have that matching bonus. I love that. I love that it never goes away. So, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And yourself, Stephen?
it's a synergistic combination of things, really, you know. And what you really look for is um, every business opportunity is just a theory until you practically apply it, right? So if you had a great compensation plan, but it's hard to sell it, that'd be an issue. But if it's easy to sell, but you don't have a good compensation plan, that's an issue. But the thing to understand, if they did $1 billion in sales their second year, number one, the product works. You can't do that with their business model unless the product works. And what did that do for people? Created 500 millionaires since they started in 2023, right? So um, what you look for in compensation plans is what is the actual result. And with this, the actual result is people are making money very quickly. People who are really applying themselves in the business, there's huge potential long-term wealth to be done with this, especially you understand we're a proven company, proven product, proven system, new to the Western market. Okay. That's a stunning combination.
Yeah, timing is really amazing. So we do have a little testimonial group started. It is called Vibe Live. So if you have been invited onto this call or replay, make sure you get an invitation into that group because we're sharing all the testimonials and they are mind-blowing for all the devices. It's absolutely crazy. So get that invitation out there to your people and make sure they're
Put
in.
it in the chat. The link is in the
Yeah,
chat.
someone can pop it in the chat. That'd be amazing. We'll pop it in the chat now. And if you are ready to explore, you're usually at a one, two, or three. So one, yeah, I'm ready to join. You see this, you feel it, it's like, yeah, this is a no-brainer. Get me in. And number two, I'm interested in joining, but I have a few questions. That's absolutely fine. Stick around in the live call. We're going to answer some of those questions for you now. Or if it's, of course, on the replay, get back to the person and ask your questions. Maybe you would like to start as a customer, and that's absolutely okay as well. Just get back to the person that invited you or that shared the replay with you and ask those questions because that's what we're here to do. So now we will stop the share and we will open it up for everyone. If you can't get your camera on, make sure you let us know and we can put the camera on for you and we can have any questions there. So, okay, anyone
By
that
the
can't,
way,
Go ahead.
yeah.
no, you go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I while we're doing this, a friend of mine sent me her pictures, and I thought people might want to see pictures while we're
Yeah,
answering questions.
absolutely.
How's that? Anyone up for that? So let me
Absolutely.
do
Yeah,
this here.
definitely.
Um, Here you go. 4 days. Um,
That's amazing.
Rumor has it this person's very happy.
I can see why.
I don't know. I have not confirmed that, but that's what I hear is they're like, oh, I'm happy with these results in 4 days, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely amazing.
Mm.
Like, and thank you for that. Whoever did that, I think I'm gonna make $1 million off your picture. Next time I see you, I'll buy you a margarita.
I'd like to just correct me if I'm wrong. When they started this company, they did a come and try the product, and that's how it grew. Is that correct?
Exactly. That's how their business model was, is it was just a simple, I have a cool thing, you want to come over and try it, right? And they did that all with the P90, right? So you're talking about people having life-changing experience with pain and discomfort on, using it once, using it twice, using it and being like, okay, and later going, there's something about what I just experienced. Um, Ricky Brandino can comment on that. Maybe I'm going to bring him on and ask him to comment on, Ricky, you've been a practitioner for a long time. We sold together a huge amount of frequency devices with another company. What's been your experience using this device, kind of on just testing it on people? Does that make sense? Like, oh, come try it.
Everybody's totally blown away. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm blown away by what it's doing for people. I tested it on my friend over in Arizona, and she had this inflammation and pain and numbness and tingling in her hand for 5 months, and she just got back from MRI. Says she had some kind of degenerative disc stuff or arthritis. And I used the claw. I used the claw on her, and within 8 minutes, I looked down at the timer. Within 8 minutes, she said, "Oh, the numbness and tingling, it's gone." And I just did a
And she was
party
some
last
sort of
week.
practitioner, wasn't she?
No, not this woman. No,
Not that
just
one.
my
Yeah.
yeah. And then I was over at Apple Valley, and I was had a big meeting with about 4 people, and all of them were just blown away with it. One guy used the
Yeah.
goggles, and he took them off. He said my whole vision totally cleared up. Another woman, she was using the P90 and she had the claw, and she kept on going like this, clawing herself. She's like, "I love this. I can't stop. It feels so good." And she's using it all. And then her husband's got the wand, and her husband's using the wand on his knee, and he keeps going like this with his knee back and forth and stuff. And then after he used the wand for like 15 minutes, he wouldn't stop. He kept on using it. And then he used it on this, and then he used it on this, and he said he had something going on with his ear, but it's gone, and then his knee, and then he's jumping up and down afterwards. He says, "I'm going out dancing," and he didn't speak any English, but he was just jumping up and down and speaking in
Yeah.
Spanish. You got to translate me. But oh, yeah, the
So,
benefits, the results, incredible.
well, here's an interesting benefit and why we have such an amazing upline and amazing systems and tools in place for the Western market are Van and Tuan. Um, Incredible upline, massive amount of experience in our industry, have owned their own network marketing company, get hired by other network marketing companies to create content. And they had sworn off network marketing in general, and no way are they ever doing a product based MLM again. And Van's friend Paul started talking about, hey, I got this new product. Van's like, you're insane. We're never doing that again. Saw him at a conference, and all he had was the goggles. He's like, ooh, you want to try? And he's like, no, thank you. But what
No,
happened is he used it on four of his friends. He saw them use the goggles, and each one fell asleep after they used the goggles. In fact, I have a video of me snoring on the couch the first time I used them. And Van's like, okay, I gotta try this. And he used it and he fell asleep too. And so yeah, just the product works. And keep in mind, goggles not just for eyesight, your eyesight super connected to your nervous system, right? People are
Absolutely.
like this. If you can imagine a shift in your physical health, you can go, boom, now we're in healing mode. This is not healing mode. This is healing mode, right?
Love it. Love
So
it. So do you want to, I'll just answer these questions that are in here. So when will the spring water device
Are
be
we
available
gonna
for the spring
stop the
water?
recording
No,
while we
I
do the
think that we
questions?
asked,
Okay.
we got requested to keep the Q&A for the recording on this one
Sure.
because there was lots of good
I think
questions
it's good.
answered.
Mhm.
So it says when will the spring water, that's the first quarter, and then will it device remove fluoride, which is a big thing, probably in America and in Australia and everywhere. And Stephen, you said it does. And can we use the same watch for all the family members? That's been a big question actually. And Ricky said
that
yes.
I don't know.
Well, Ricky, we're holding you to that.
I don't know if it yeah, I don't know how much it individualizes it. Here's a common question, and this is the number one question, which I'll try and answer as accurately as possible. When you get this device, all of the devices, one thing to understand about the owner, a very good thing, he's incredibly risk adverse. Okay. What does that mean? It means our company is never going to be in danger legally or financially. Okay. A lot of companies are in the industry right now. They make a couple bad financial decisions. And so, number one, he had a whole lot of money to begin with. Okay. And we're running it in a way to really protect the company. Now, what that means when you're dealing with people's health is you get a lot of lawyers involved and you have a lot of disclaimers on don't do, don't do, don't do, right? So you're going to get your device and there's going to be a lot of disclaimers in there. Understand the if you look at that language, you'll recognize the language of lawyers, not healthcare practitioners. You follow me so far? And so I can't recommend that you do anything against the disclaimers, but I will say the only thing that I would be nervous about would be with a pacemaker, right? Some sort of medical device that you can't turn off. Um, I find it quite interesting that many of the other things it says don't use it for, are actually things we have extraordinary testimonials for. Here's what you want to understand is that the biggest thing people run into when using devices like this is they turn it up too high for too long. Okay, that you're going to run into issues with that because this is not the way your body wants to heal. Okay, and I've heard some things about, oh, I heard the P90 burned somebody. I'm like, I have no doubt it did because some knucklehead turned it way up and used it for too long. Like, no doubt it did that. Like, we're telling you, okay, like I always joke, don't water your tulips with your fire hose.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
So, nerve damage after having shingles. That's a great question. One of the testimonials you'll see in the Vibe Life testimonials is of a guy, I think he has like a teal shirt or something, and he's talking about how he couldn't feel the carpet with his feet before he had all sorts of really nasty injuries or infections on both legs. and he could, after using the device, he could feel the carpet fiber. So, yeah.
Mm.
Hi,
Yeah.
Steve.
Here's what I want to say is this. Um, people will say, will it work for XYZ? Okay. Here's how I'm going to answer that. Okay. Um, Rebecca, I don't know if it will help you with that. What I do know is if you use this device properly and consistently over a period of a couple weeks, maybe even 3 months, you will be ecstatically happy that you used it. That's what I will tell you, right? Because we're not doctors. Like, this is not an area we need to get into, and we don't need to. It's like healthy cells make healthy tissue, make healthy organs, make healthy systems, make a physically healthy body. It's going to help with whatever's going on. We're not medical doctors. Okay. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to
anything to add
suggest
to that,
going
Ricky?
to I'm going to suggest going to ChatGPT, put in PMF and nerve damage. That's what I'm going to suggest and see
and
what comes up.
and I'll say something too is that the Shake It and the P90 Plus are FDA registered as wellness devices here in the USA. They're not what registered as medical devices. They're not medical devices. So, we have to be careful saying the P90 is going to help nerve pain or this, that, and the other thing. So what Brenda just said is great. Research the P90. I mean, research PEMF and certain conditions, and then decide
Yeah.
for yourself. Speak with somebody.
Mm.
Here's one thing to understand with ChatGPT. When you're using it, you need to give it a role. What I mean, you need to say you are a holistic, uh, world-class holistic practitioner specializing in frequency and the use of PEMF for different conditions.
Yeah, cool.
Mm.
Then you ask the question, okay, and it will play that role instead of there's no double-blind placebo crossover studies for it, so don't touch. That's not what you're asking, okay? So,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Any other questions? Yes, Elizabeth.
I wonder about people with metal joint replacements. Is there a contraindication for using any of the technology with those?
Can I answer
Officially, there is a contraindication. Um, Unofficially, I happen to know a lot of people who get great results with it. I cannot recommend that you go against the official company thing. You are free to do what you want to, and then let us know.
Okay.
There has been people using it that do have metal in their legs and metal joints that have seen tremendous results. But like Stephen
Yeah.
said, the contraindications are written by lawyers, not medical practitioners. And I'll just give you a little aside of that. There was one guy who was on a Zoom a couple of days ago, and he had diabetes really bad. And the company said, don't use it if you have diabetes. So this guy went and did his own research on PEMF and diabetes, and he decided that he was going to use it. And he used it in 3 months. He got off all of his diabetic medication. He's no longer diabetes. So, I mean,
Here,
you have to, see what the contraindications are and who they're written by. But at the same time, the company's writing to protect themselves for everything. Because if somebody uses it and their diabetes gets better, gets worse, then they're going to sue the company.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example that maybe will make sense. We talked about not overdoing it, being chill about it. I know of a woman who had a lot of dental implants, but her dentist also told her you've got a receding gum line. She was very concerned about this. Using a wand, she was like, "Oh, more is better," right? Using the wand over and over and over and over and over, just a very specific on an area with metal. She had issues, which makes common sense, right? It's like, don't do that. Okay.
There's a question about AI mode, which I don't really.
Yeah, I can answer that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, Luigi. What's up, Luigi?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on the call. Thank you, Stephen. I'd like to just say a couple of things. And after that, if you stop the recording, I'd like to add a couple of others right after. First thing for the AI on the watch, when we were in Singapore, the watch right now, yes, you can control your device with it, but this watch is going to be next level, meaning that this is nothing. They're coming out with an app shortly. That's going to be an AI app. completely next level AI technology that'll be able to, with the watch, not only control the devices, but actually read your body and scan your body and tell you exactly what you should be doing for each device. You know, how the water, like it'll tell, like even if you have 5 people in your house, it'll tell you what kind of water you should have for each person in your house with the same watch. This watch is coming out. We were mind blown, all right? So, and it's going to be completely free. They're really on top of cutting edge technology. So, as for the water machine, we had an extensive training on it. Like it was mind blowing stuff. I don't remember it all, but I know that they recorded it. So as soon as we get the recording, we'll share with you guys. You'll be able to watch those extra trainings. So this AI watch that's coming out is like a virtual scanner of your body, and it'll be able to integrate with all the different machines. Yes, the same watch can be for everybody in your house, but you know what? Every machine that we're buying from now on gets their watch. So if you're buying 3, 4 devices, you'll have 3, 4 watches in your house anyways. And yes, that's ongoing. It's not something that's just short term. For right now, it's ongoing. The other thing that was pretty amazing too was when we went to Singapore, everyone, the office in Xiamen was mind blowing. You all saw pictures of it. I shared a lot in their group there. It was next level. Like when we walked in, wow, okay, this is okay. There's a lot of money there. They bought the whole story of this building, and then we found out who the owner is. You know, Mr. Wang. Yes, there's 4 owners. One is Mrs. Mao, who takes care of the China Asia Pacific, but she's not the top person. The top person is Mr. Wang, and there's 2 other people, but they're not really the decision makers. They're part of corporate, but they're not the decision maker is Mr. Wang. He came to Xiamen, and he doesn't never fly to see teams. He never flies to see any teams. The only time you see Mr. Wang is in Macau once a year in August, because every year in August, that's when they launch their new products. That's where I think it's in August, they launched the Shaken Massager, they launched the Oli Spring Water, and yes, the sanitary napkins. Next year in August, they're launching another 2, 3 products. So this person, you only see him in Macau. He never goes to any event. He showed up for our event because the English market, they're taking it seriously now, which is very positive for all of us. Because when you look at languages, the first most spoken language in the world is English. The second one is Mandarin, followed by Spanish and French, number 4. So English is a very huge market. Now they're ready to come in. The reason that we have to be very compliant and careful now, the way that Stephen and everyone is trying to say here on this call, please don't get into that, because we're just around the corner of opening up a corporate office in the US. It's all done. Yes, they got a couple of things registered. They have, and it's like it's done. All right. They also announced that they also have 20 names right now. You know, like in Asia, they have the badminton player, they have the football player, that are ambassadors. Well, it looks like they have 20 names in 4 of the major sports in the US, and they're trying to choose which person is going to be our ambassador for the US. So a lot of things are like, it's all happening now. So that's why we should be a little bit extra and more careful so we don't get anybody trying to block that. Because once we get into the US, you know what it means for Australia, for New Zealand, for Europe. And yeah, it's like, we just need to enter one door to be able to open up all the others. All right. So it's positive for everyone. The owner came on to the call, and just so you know, this is somebody who's doesn't need money. We did our research. We found out who he is. He's actually a stakeholder action taker. Everybody know about Bybit. I hope you do. Well, I think it's pretty huge. So to be something that has a share in that. And he's also somebody that I won't get into that because we're recording now. He has a lot of money. He really doesn't need to go to life for money, this man. His mission is completely different. The reason he got behind it, and he came on, no suit, no hype, no big Rolex, just a polo pair of jeans, very smooth. And when you sit down with somebody and you look at them talk, I've been part of many companies, and you can see the owners are like the flash, like the hype, and you can feel like it's a little bit of too much mustard on it. Nothing, Ricky, nothing. Like all of us, 100 people in the room, wow, we were just completely so. Then he explained why he started this company, because he had some severe back pains, and that he got into PMF, and that got him curious about, can we get PMF into a smaller version? Then on the wall in the office, you can see all the P90s. There's 89 P90s on the wall, all different models. The reason why it's P90 is because they made 89 mistakes, just so you know. They made 89 machines before they came to the 90th one. So when he went through his speech about where he comes from, and what they're doing, and where they're going, it's next level. It's like I'll say something when you start the recording, also after where they're going into. Very exciting stuff. As for everything else that Stephen has been trying to tell you, and people ask us in the chats, can we do it for this? Matt, listen, we're not doctors. You cannot go against company policy, and you should never say yes, it'll cure you. You have to say, well, listen, do your own little research, and hey, let him test. Listen, they say don't do it for diabetes. Yes, it's true, Ricky. But there's somebody on the team. We told him there's a contradictive. Well, he says, well, I'll do my own research, and you know what? He used it, and he got great results. But you know what, diabetes? Well, you have to be careful of, because somebody got burnt on diabetes. Why did they burn their feet? It's because some people that are very diabetic, they don't feel their feet anymore. So if you put your feet on the P90 and you put it at 10 and you don't feel that it's burning you, and their feet are sensitive, right? So yeah, he got a burn. So that's why it's also very important as a community. You understand that these devices are actually very strong. I started off with the P90, you know, there's 10 intensities from 1 to 10. I started at 5. I had no issues. It was perfect. I went to 6, I went to 7. And when I got to 8, I felt a little bit of detox, you know, a little bit funny inside. You have to feel your body. Everyone's different. At 8, it means that I have to come back to 7. So I have it at 7 in the morning. And yes, you drink water before and after. Very important, because the water makes everything circulate, and the water after helps you get rid of all those toxins. At night, I do it at 3 or 4. Now, that's what I do. Why at 3 or 4 at night? Because if you go to bed and you're pushing too much terahertz, because from 1 to 10, the PMF is the same. It's equal. What goes up is the terahertz, but the PMF is the same. So whether you do it 1, 10, or not. So you don't want to go at 6 or 7 at night, because at 6 or 7 at night, you're giving yourself a boost of hydrogen. You want to go to bed easily. Now that's Luigi. I told the same thing to a lady. She almost had a heart attack because it was too strong for her 5. She had to go to 1 or 2. So what do we do then? Since we never know who we're talking to, who we're dealing to, is it better that we all say start low and work your way up? I think that's
Start at 1 or 2.
Start at 1 or 2 and feel yourself. And sometimes people say, yeah, but it's not hot around the ankle. All right. No, but people think because you need to feel it, it has to be hot. No, wait a second. When you're feeling a lot of heat around the ankle is because you're a lot of inflammation. That's why you feel it there. In reality, you're not supposed to feel that much. All right. So even when you're not,
I will say I'm still at 3, just muscle testing myself. By the way, Rebecca, you can turn off the recording
Yeah,
so it
I'm
doesn't get
waiting.
too
Yeah.
long.